It's going to be a fun one. And I do this with a little bit of apprehension just because of the fact that about 9 months ago, YETI acquired Mystery Ranch. And since then, there's been several announcements, some very recently, that YETI is not going to continue most of the Mystery Ranch line. Which, you know, I'm a big fan of all the Mystery Ranch bags and all the collaborations with Carryology, so I've just got a lot of questions about what's going to happen in the future, like probably most people in this community of, you know, backpack lovers. And so I was kind of interested to see this one, the Bozeman, the 27 liter, first iteration of a bag with that union between YETI and Mystery Ranch. It's a Mystery Ranch design bag. You'll see obvious themes compared to some of the Mystery Ranch designs. So I was excited to get this. Now I bought this bag on release day just to see what it was like, and of course they had a offer where you could get 2 free Yonder bottles, which I had. I think I had this color, which I didn't realize, but they're great, and I am a big fan of the Yonder bottles, so it's a great deal if you can pick that up now. But if you can't, no big deal. It's still, I think, gonna be a good bag. I like the photos of it, so we're gonna unbox it in this video. We're also going to do a second video in about a week after I put some more time on this to see what it really looks like and works into and how I carry it. But I'm also going to do a massive comparison in that version from some other classic YETI, or I'm sorry, some classic Mystery Ranch designs. But this is going to be the unboxing, first impressions. We're going to load it up with a classic loadout that I have here, and we're just going to see what it's like. So let's get into it. Let's unbox the YETI Bozeman 27 liter bag. And there we go. First of all, it's a huge box. I only have one in here, but this would fit probably at least 2 of the bags, which, you know, it is what it is. They packed it, not me. So, here we go. That is it. That box will be used for something. All right, so here we go. Hopefully there's some stuff inside. All right, so this is black. At the time of filming, the other 2 colors were sold out. Black's still available, and classic black is, you know, my jam. So the 2 cool things they kind of talked about are the rip zip in the front, which is cool, kind of gave it a name. And then we have a ground control bottom. Now it is angled, so that's one of the things I'm going to be testing out, is how well it actually stands when you put stuff in there. Does it really stand, even though it's, you know, leaning Tower of Pisa, leaning forward? Does it still, you know, always stand? Now, you know, that's kind of what I wanted to look at compared to some of the other Mystery Ranch designs. So that's cool. The material is nice, but the name that they put on it here, it's a nice feeling material. 2 side water bottle pockets. Interesting fold on there, kind of at an angle. Put some stuff in there in a second. Interesting little clips on this compression strap, which can be, I think, completely removed. Looks like it, which would be cool. They put these nice little loops in here, so it kind of holds things. So if you were to undo those, it doesn't kind of like flip everywhere. Kind of keeps them under control. AquaGuard zippers everywhere, and 2 top pockets, which we'll get into here in a second. The harness. Now the harness, Futura harness. And, you know, I hadn't ever had any of the YETI bags, but the fact that they're just, boom, going with a quality, adjustable, durable, very nice style of harness is a big plus for all the YETI designs going forward. So that's pretty cool. Now they put a patch. This is a Mystery Ranch Yeti Jackalope patch that comes with these bags, which is cool. I like that. And, you know, orange. Behind that, little Yeti branding. Now, if you don't like the Yeti brand, don't want to like put that Yeti flag out there, obviously any patch will just cover that up, which is, you know, cool. I like that. Otherwise, Yeti branding on the shoulder strap here on the right side, right shoulder strap as you're looking at it. I suppose the sternum strap is in here somewhere. Thought that was included. Again, this harness system has load lifters, so that's really nice. This retains the side little hydration bladder outlet. That was a unicorn thing. Unicorn 2.0. So, you know, I'm not getting into massive comparisons, but that little feature was a Unicorn 2.0 thing. We have a entrance to the laptop area, and again, customizable. Now, one thing about the harness that I wanted to get into was, does it have the same plate style system? And it does. It has the same adjustment mode that you would just by taking this little thing. Of course, it has a Mystery Ranch on there. It's a Mystery Ranch little adjustment plate that you can completely remove if that were your deal. But basically, you jam this in between the Velcro panels and then adjust it and then remove it and then reinsert that piece of plastic right where it is there, which just gives it a nice little rigidity. It's curved, falls along your back, so it's super duper cool. Nice top handle. And again, once you do the comparisons, we'll get into that. There are two top pockets. Now this one, AquaGuard zippers. There is that's the waist belt. So we'll get into that in a second. And little Yeti, register your Yeti. Okay, maybe. And then the sternum strap, which is got little different clips, Yeti branding on those, and then just a standard buckle clip. You could, of course, upgrade this sucker with some fid locks and a Yeti sticker. Yeah, all right, cool. Same mesh bottom, key loop in there, nice little key loop. So that's one top pocket. The other kind of hidden top pocket is very thin. Fits the biggest iPhone. So there's the iPhone garage on top pocket, and then a second top pocket, which, you know, it's better than a top pocket. Two top pockets. So there you go. All right, let's get into this rip zip, and let's just take this thing off. This will get in the way. Rip zips. So these are smooth AquaGuards, which is cool. Flips open. Have a Bozeman tag on there. Nice. Bozeman Yeti. And then this is kind of a neat little deal that I saw in a photo. It's got a little dongle here for your bladder. Kind of put it through there in itself, and then you can put your bladder. But it's got a little kind of a little garage here. Put that thing in there, and then it won't be kind of flying around and getting in your way, which is cool. And again, there's the zipper output on that. So cool. All right, let's rip the zip. Get into it. Ta-da! Bunch of packing paper, which I will of course repurpose on the wall. I think they could have done without that and just let it compress. It's a nice firm feeling bag. Again, looking forward to more comparisons here this week. Now, goes super wide. We have a nice, it's a different feel, foam padded, elevated laptop, and then bladder / laptop. So both are elevated. You can put whatever you want in there. Tablets and laptops, biggest ones are gonna fit for sure. We'll load this out a little bit later. All right, inside, and this will be kind of tough to show. This angle might be the best. We got some drop-in pockets, which that is something that other bags just aren't doing. Drop-in pockets and a nice feeling, not mesh, nice and soft top, or you know, little zip pocket here, drop in down below. Same thing on the other side. So you have mirror imaged sides for this one. It's nice. A little drying pad there. Nothing on the bottom. The bottom does have thick padding in there. That's the ground control. No other padding anywhere, but that bottom is going to keep it together. And so that's a nice little addition. Padded at the bottom. Nice little loops on the bottom. These loops, anchor points when you zip, a nice quality feature. Different material on the bottom than on the front. Kind of that one material goes this way, and then the sides are a little different. So, all right. That being said, let's just talk about some capacity. So we've got a couple things. Let's just drop in an 8-liter TPC 8 from Evergoods. Second one, TPC 8, little room left on the top here. So that'll be a good cap 2, I think. And so there we go. Don't even need a cap 1 just yet. That's perfect. All right. So TPC 8, TPC 8, cap 2. So 18 liters right there, and still a bit of little room on the top. The zippers will close around this. Use the anchor points. Come back to the front. And again, you could go totally slick on this thing. Take those compressions off. Might be the pro way to do it, unless you just really want the compression. Nice. Ground control. Fits perfectly in that configuration, not too restricted. Standard for me is an 18-liter YETI. Other things that people always talk about is a 1 ounce or a 1 liter Nalgene. These are 1 liter Yonder bottles, and they are slightly less, slightly smaller diameter than the other ones. So let's just remove or undo this. So what's gonna fit? Let's go small, 18-liter YETI. This little thing down here weirdly doesn't really expand all that much. I mean, it expands away, but it doesn't go all the way to the bottom, which is kind of a nice little feature. So it's kind of folded in there, and it just kind of cradles the bottom, but it is, you know, these pockets are deep. It definitely swallows up the 18-ounce YETI. The biggest Nalgene's, yep, which just means you'll be able to take something big like the bigger YETI. 36 ounce also fits in there perfectly, and then you can further restrain those. The cool part about this design, it's deep, so you're not going to worry about losing those bottles. You could also put a tripod in there, a Peak Design or other compact tripod could go in there, and then we could restrain it with these straps, which is nice. But again, no big deal with any of these bottles. And so we'll just put that one in there, because these bottles, these Yonder bottles, this is not sponsored. They didn't tell me to say any of these things. These bottles are just really high quality made. I like this, the weight of them compared to the double wall full Yetis. And I do like these chug caps, easy to drink out of, fill, blah, blah, blah. And it's just nice, bigger, substantial handle. A little bigger, obviously, but that's just, you know, what you have to live with on that. So let's just take this off, put this whole thing together like I would probably have it. Water bottles included. There's that. A little room in the top. How about a packable jacket? Good place for that. A lot of room in there. Packable jacket. Perfect. All right, these hip belts. So this is a nice little style hip belt. It just locks into place. Nice little tabs on the bottom here. Now this is not weight bearing. This is more, I'm going on a scramble and I want this sort of attached to me and not flying all around. Maybe on the motorcycle, this would be how you do that. This little attachment, this for the sternum strap. Nice little choices along the front to install that. You can totally just put that in there. Now me, personally, probably gonna somehow get or take off these Mystery Ranch ones because I like the Fidlock ones, so maybe I'll transplant that from another bag. Maybe I'll get one aftermarket, just 'cause I like the Fidlock style, but more about that in a future video. But that's pretty cool. So there it is. Of course, it's leaning forward, unboxing, and an initial look at this one. And you know, I'll put some video here. Here it is in the backyard, little fly around, little walking, that kind of thing. You know, I have no doubt this thing is gonna be super duper comfortable based off of my experience with this harness. And so there you go. What do you think? You like it? Now is the time, if you're watching this video, leave me a comment here, because again, in the next few days, probably about 3 or 4 days, I'm gonna be redoing or doing another video where I get out all these bags to compare it. The Dragons, the 2-day assault packs, the unicorns, and we're gonna pack them out, compare them directly, because there's a lot that was transplanted from those Mystery Ranch bags into this. And again, I don't want to get into woe is me, the history of the whole thing, but I think that this is a super solid, slick 2-day assault pack like thing. More about that in the next video. That does look really nice. Quality design, and you're really not screaming Yeti unless you took this patch off, of course. But for me, I like this design. So for me, I'm optimistic about the future, about what we're gonna see from Yeti designs that are basically Mystery Ranch classic designs, or the, you know, the genius behind your previously loved Mystery Ranch bags are gonna come over to Yeti. I'm optimistic, but we'll see. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. More coming soon. Like I said, another video coming soon on this one. And again, busy for the holidays. Bag of the year coming up. Will this be a contender? I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll see. See ya.